Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some pretty big news going on where right now, again, Xbox bad news by leakers is coming out in the fray. And this is regards now to the Xbox handheld that has been canceled. Now, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to go talk about throughout this video, and I'm kind of a big fan of these handheld ideas. I think it's a fun gaming niche that will hopefully keep on evolving, and we've been seeing stuff like the Switch 2, Steam Deck do relatively pretty decently. So seeing all this type of stuff and now hearing the fact that Xbox completely canceled it is completely nuts. So we're gonna go do a deep dive on this one. This has been a lot of anti-Xbox on this channel. I hope you guys don't mind. I actually really do like Xbox, believe it or not, but there just has been so much to critique and comment on. I really hope you guys don't judge me for that one. But subscribe if you guys want to. You guys like all the gaming news with the notifications on, and of course, if you guys want to follow the Twitters down below, would love to, and of course, the Twitch as well. So, hi, dude, this is bonkers. So right now we have a brand new article over here from Insider Gaming, which is basically just saying that Xbox was donezo. Once again, another product from Xbox has been canceled. Now this one's confirmed. And I do want to go and reiterate some things over here really quickly. There has been a really recent ROG Xbox Ally, which has a $1,000 price tag. If you guys actually want to pick this on up, I think I'm going to get one. I'll have this link down below, affiliate link, whatever, if you guys want to get the pre-order all rolling. This is completely separate. So think like PSP, PS Vita, proper PlayStation Portal, handheld. That is what got canceled on Xbox's equivalent. So the homegrown, made entirely by Xbox, Xbox branding, Xbox's handheld device from only Xbox, that has now been seemingly canceled. Now, something like this is the ROG Xbox Ally. If you guys don't know, the ROG Ally is like its own separate handheld device. Think like the Steam Deck, Lenovo Go, Switch 2. Kind of weird ones with the Switch 2, but I think you know what I mean. Like, this is a completely separate company. Like, the ROG Ally company is making this in combination with the Xbox. So we have the Xbox console itself, the handheld itself, canceled. This combination one where another company is kind of just utilizing the Xbox branding, already has the product. You can even see how it has, like, you know, the ROG on right here, ROG in the middle, ROG logo with Xbox. So they're more so taking the risk. Microsoft, this actually might be a good idea for Microsoft because they're taking the risk off. You know, so like they're making another company kind of be like, hey, Xbox branding is strong. Let's see if we can cook with it. And it will probably get more extra sales if it has built in like Xbox OS, has something like Game Pass involved, obviously Windows, blah, blah, blah. So just gonna have that big differential between the two. Like I said, this will be linked down below. But right now, Xbox is dedicated. Handheld was now canceled because AMD was requiring 10 million units. It's so leaked/claimed. Now, AMD even has been in the news as of today too as well, because AMD actually had a huge partnership with OpenAI. As you guys know me, if you guys are ever curious on financial ends, I actually have gone pretty big into the AI industry. I've always been a little bit of a crypto guy. I have some Bitcoin, Ethereum that's been doing well with the government shutdown. And I've also been doing pretty good in terms of stuff like IRIM, in terms of like Cypher, CleanSpark, or even AMD itself, NVIDIA, because, you know, when we had those big crises of stock shortages, I bought quite a bit of NVIDIA stock at the time because I wanted to have my own GPU, and that was before all this AI integration. Nonetheless, though, 10 million units is bonkers. I don't even think Xbox could get 10 million units. Because don't forget, this is a niche product. Like, do you guys think it would be able to? This is a niche product. So things like the Steam Deck, which we're going to cover in this article, had pretty low numbers as well. So it's now been claimed that Xbox's now dedicated handheld was canceled because AMD required a minimum of 10 million units in its contract. It's a number that, at face value, would have almost been impossible to hit, and I would agree. Xbox Series X and S's are around like 30 million or so, give or take, maybe like 35 million. We don't know the numbers, but that's like the guesstimates. And that's on a main console at cheaper prices. Like, you guys can see, like, they're trying to sell this. This is not the one-to-one, but $1,000, it would have been pricey. Let alone niche, because it's gaming, you know, etc. There's also a lot more of these various products like the Lenovo Go, etc. I don't think it would hit 10 million. So with the highly successful Steam Deck as comparison, selling around 4 million units at the time of writing, but according to the reputable leaker, that was the number that AMD wanted. There was some updates, and I have been seeing Jez Corden making some comments. I'll be honest with you guys, this guy has been wrong on so many different things that this is even included in this article is somewhat offensive. I think Jez Corden is probably one of the biggest Xbox shills and is an absolute idiot. Like, I don't mind saying that. Prove me wrong. Like, I have no personal vendetta against the guy. It's just gaming news. I really don't care. Like, whatever. But when it comes to his opinions on this, one thing he does, and I despise people who do this, is speak things as if they're facts in truth when he has been proven wrong. A good example on this Jez Corden guy is he went and said all these various games will never come to PlayStation, will never be multi-platform, going in down, like quadrupling down, making articles on it, etc., etc. And what do you know, as this time is ongoing, all these games have now come to PlayStation and they came to a publisher side. I'm also a little bit slightly vindictive, although most of my community is pretty smart and never really cared in my opinions. If anything, I had some people that actually used him as a reference right before when I was seeing my own leaks and reporting on the news. So I just want to go give a big, Jez Corden, you are a absolute blight on the gaming sphere. I do some clickbait videos sometimes or whatever it might be, all caps for fun, because this is not my full-time job. But if that's your full-time job, you are doing an absolute horrible job of it. So just letting you know, whenever I see this type of stuff, this guy has had a massively provenly wrong track record without any bit of accountability. This Jez Corden guy is the definition of a neckbeard. I'd say he's getting on both his knees too as well for anything including Xbox, probably because this is his only job over here with Windows Central. It is disgusting. Sorry for the rant. This guy's just been wrong so many times in these past few days. He's been making some mainstay on the Xbox news. It's not been cool. Xbox has not been doing well, and as much as I would like Xbox to do well, guess what? It's just not. Like, that's just the reality of the whole situation. Obviously, always take leaks with a grain of salt, but still, that guy, ooh, you are a blight in the gaming community. So the news comes from a reputable AMD and hardware leaker, Kepler L2, who has reported on many AMD-related leaks in the past. According to Kepler, Xbox's dedicated handheld was canceled because AMD wanted the massive 10 million unit commitment for a dedicated system on a chip SoC. That is way too much. I actually support Xbox. With all the hate on this ongoing right now, I support this because 10 million is a massive commitment. We also saw when Marvel wanted PlayStation to hit insane sales numbers for their Spider-Man 2 game. That was somewhat realistic, although if they had one flopper, Marvel would probably drop support entirely and be very unhappy with PlayStation. They somehow hit it. I think that was maybe 6 million, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's nuts. 10 million on a hardware is completely different, even versus like a $60, $70 game. It was said that the Steam Deck only selling 5 million units and the Asus ROG Lenovo Legion only selling 1 to 2 million, and Microsoft just didn't want to take that risk. And I think at the end of the day, although this is like a clickbaity title of like, oh my God, canceled, you know, riding the Xbox hate, I think it's smart. Like, if you could have another company like the ROG Xbox, and they might even make a good profit on this, you know? Like, they may be able to go and sit here and be like, hey, like, we're still making like in maybe $200 per console. Even if we only sell 150,000, we're still making a few $1 million. Like, life's going pretty good. And we have a stronger brand connection with Xbox, which Microsoft is one of the biggest companies in the entire planet. Makes a lot of sense. So I think this actually worked out the best. You know, like this is good. Like the ROG itself was only selling around 1 to 2 million. So imagine this with Xbox branding, you could sell 2 million. That could be a win. I mean, a massive win. It's just all in perspective, I feel like. So it's true, it's not surprised that Microsoft didn't want to make a $10 million chip commitment in the current unprecedented times, but it's always unfortunate to hear of hardware cancellations. Especially now, this is like the perfect time for people to clickbait it, you know, get some attention on it, but it sucks. I want more handhelds. I think VR is cool, it just didn't really catch on. I like that companies like PlayStation are still trying, but it doesn't seem like it caught on. The handhelds seem like they slowly are. It is still niche, and there's only a few million people, so it's not a multi-billion-dollar industry yet, but in the future, we have more phones that are growing for gaming spheres, we have more handhelds, and at the end of the day, like, look at the Switch 2, look at the PlayStation Portal, it's doing phenomenal. So this weekend, Xbox and Microsoft were hit by a series of reports and claims that Xbox was abandoning its hardware, which I do want to also highlight this as well, when we talk about this tomorrow. Xbox did go and say in their own comment that they are investing into their future first-party consoles. So keep that in mind. Everything was all leaks. I said that in the videos before, and it is on the leaks end. But they did go and make a comment on a weekend very quickly to go and address this all. But it's funny because they even, on their statement, they're actively investing in our future first-party consoles and devices design, which is intriguing because you can even see on this leak that it's kind of technically wrong because they cancel it if this leak is true, if the leak is true. Obviously, this still kind of counts sort of ish. It depends, you know, what else they're going to say. So yeah, apparently they got canceled. They said no to AMD. They didn't want to continue their Xbox handheld device, and that's done so for it. But like I said, as I mentioned, this link down below, we do have the ROG Ally. So I think this actually was smart. Like, cancel's never a good word, and it's always making people skeptical. But I think at the end of the day, I think they made the right business decision. Like, we've been hating on Xbox this week a lot, but this one seems smart. Put the pressure on another company, make them deal with the production, just put the Xbox branding on there like the publisher they want to be, and then you just go and make as much money as you possibly can. Like, you take away the risk. I think this is actually somewhat of a smart, dedicated decision. So I would love to hear your thoughts and comments on everything down below. And of course, subscribe if you guys are new. And of course, should I even say apologies to that Jez guy? If that guy just toned out as Eagle, I'd probably like him a little bit more. But either way, it's all gaming news at the end of the day. Like, the guys, like, I like people who talk about games. It's fun. Like, I'd still have a beer with the guy. I think he seems cool. Anyway, love you guys. Have a good rest of your days, nights. Subscribe if you guys are new, Twitters and Twitches and all that good stuff down below. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching here in the first place.